Hey guys, we are here today to fix, see if you can hear it, little bit of exhaust rattle going on. We're here to fix that today. It's been rattling ever since I put it on. I haven't been too concerned about it, but then James Buchanan commented on the trim and valence painting video, and it gave me an idea. Now he said some people have turned the hangers backwards to get some exhaust rattle on the back. It's just kind of gone. I'm gonna go a slightly different route. I've got an idea. Because the passenger side tip does not fit perfectly in the slot for the rear valence. So I'm gonna see if maybe adding a couple washers as spacers, bringing that down just a touch, will get it off anything that's rattling back there. We're gonna actually do it on the rear hanger, and we're gonna be doing it on the hanger in the middle, just to get it kind of off whatever it could be rattling on, because I think it's rattling on some of the rear suspension components just underneath. When I put it on, I knew it really wasn't a perfect fit, and I was okay with that, because I mean, sounds great, absolutely love it, no complaints whatsoever, but it does rattle. Now it's very oddly specific. I have to be in gear, 2,000 RPMs, there's a little bit of it, with no throttle input. Doesn't matter what gear it's in, doesn't matter. In gear, 2,000 RPMs, no throttle input, and it'll just rattle just a touch. I guess that frequency is perfect to get that rattle. Just ever so perfect. And it really hasn't bothered me too much, so I've kind of left it for a while. Now I have the Rev9 Catback exhaust, and James has the ECS tuning Catback exhaust, and he says his rattled a little bit too. So I guess it's just a fitment on these Mark 6s with the hangers. I mean, they probably dry up a little bit, contract, and raise everything up. The fitment on the stock ones I know is going to be really good, but we're trying to get a bigger exhaust on there than the one that comes from the factory. So fitment, of course, is going to always be a bit of an issue. Now, I could always go to an exhaust shop and get them to just finagle it around so it doesn't rattle. I could buy new hangers. I could spin them around, do whatever I want to try. But A, going to an exhaust shop will cost money. B, I want to try something different. I just kind of had the idea for the washers. Went to Lowe's, I picked up several different size washers, a couple bolts with the same thread pitch, just in case we need a longer bolt. Cost me $8. Honestly, if that works, that's an incredible deal to get that rattle fixed. I'm gonna try for 3 of the just average washer size. I have some really big ones just in case I need to use the bolts to kind of clamp it down. I'm gonna try for 3 on each bolt with the stock bolt. I think there's enough thread on it to make it work, and we're gonna see what that does. It should get rid of the rattle a little bit. It'll also make the tip on the passenger side just look a little bit more centered. I might switch them out for the ECS swivel tips just so I can get them really nice, because those do decent. They've moved around enough for me to be able to finagle them, but they always kind of settle back off to the side. So it is what it is. I love this exhaust though. For it being the cheapest exhaust on the market, it's incredible. I absolutely love it. So we're not gonna take up too much more time. We're gonna go back into the garage. We're gonna take the bolts out of the hanger, stuff some washers into spacers, and we're gonna see if that fixes my exhaust rattle. All right, so the plan is to take 3 of these washers, maybe 2, depending on how they fit, and put them on each bolt on the rear hanger, right back here. And then we're gonna take the remaining 4, 2 per bolt, and put them by the resonator that's up front. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna see if this works, if this moves that tip far enough away, moves the exhaust far enough off some of the rear suspension components to stop the rattle. So we're trying this, we're having fun, trying new things. Maybe some new trick comes out of this. You never know. We're just here to have a blast. To give you a better idea of what we're trying to do, right up in here is a bolt. And then right up in here is another bolt. So there's 2 right there. And then on the other side of this, so maybe you see better on this one, where my finger is, oh, found it. On the other side of this, we're gonna put some washers to just bring this whole thing down a little bit, because James is very right. It's not perfect, so if we bring it down even that much, that'll do something. It's still close right here, basically touching, but even just a little bit will help it out immensely. And I believe it's right here where it's rattling when it does. So lowering it just a touch could help. And then lowering it up there by the resonator probably will help very much too. So we're gonna see if these spacers do help. If anyone's interested, the hanger bolts are 13 millimeter. And the thread pitch was M8 1.25 if I'm not mistaken. I've got some spare bolts just to try out, just in case these are too short. They look just long enough though. Oh, I wasn't even on it. There we go. All right. Three washers, gonna go on the top side. So we're gonna put this bolt kind of in its place. I'll lower it down. All right, that works. Is that 2? Yeah, that's 2. Oh, but they've... Okay, so if you want to do that, I have a better idea. Oh, so I've got these rather thick boys that I think should do what I need them to do. If we can get them up in there. So to tell you they're a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna use 2. Alright. So that exhaust hanger is tight, and if you look really closely, got a little bit more room down, just a touch off over here. I'm not sure how many more washers we can get, but that space was more what I was worried about right there. That we can just adjust the tip so it looks better, but I think that's doing what we want it to do. So now we're gonna get the one up there. All right, so I guess I was slightly mistaken. I thought we were gonna be able to move that one down, but it looks like the one we're gonna have to move is closer to the joint back here. I mean, undo the bolt, slide the washers in, undo the bolt, slide the washers in, and then we'll have it done. So let's try this. I mean, it wouldn't hurt if I'm being honest, so we're just gonna get to it. All right. What's fun now is this time we have impact. I think that's both of those on there, or not. All right, this one might be a touch more difficult. Yeah, that requires a big boy. I'll get it. Oh, so close. Oh, I had a feeling that was probably gonna hit me in the face. Just that one might be enough. That could have been a fun one. Oh, okay. Now it's up there. All right. I think that's all the spacers we're gonna be able to get. Oh, GoPro. I'm so sorry, GoPro. The audio was bad on that because I leaned on it. But I think that's all the spacers we're gonna be able to get. Let's have a look. This was where I was thinking
The problem might be, can't really see up there, but it looks like there's a little bit more of a gap up there now. It might be just enough to keep it from rattling. So we're gonna get out and test it, see how it does.
All right, let's test it. 2,000 RPMs in gear. Turning even. I don't hear a thing. Might have done it. That might have done it. Let's test it out a little bit more. Let's go down through the RPMs. I really don't hear it. 35 in third. Going down on RPMs. 2,400. 2,200. 2,000. Absolutely nothing. That might have done just enough. Gotten it just that touch off that we needed it to so it wouldn't rattle. Honestly, it's working great. I don't need to be in sixth right here. It's a residential zone. I mean, that might be a very good cheap fix to the exhaust rattle that happens in a lot of Catback exhausts. I'm assuming you could switch the hangers around, all that other stuff. I don't know if I would. I hate getting the rubber off the little pegs. It's such a hassle unless you have that tool. So putting the washers in for me was just so much easier, so much quicker, very cheap. So it didn't really make that much of a difference. Well, I think that worked. Go do whatever you want if you got exhaust rattle on your MK6 GTI. Hopefully this helps you figure it out or some other method gets it solved for you. But anyways, guys, I wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Have a great day. And remember, Jesus loves you. Bye.